Hey everybody, welcome back to Springville, Utah. My name is Kait, and I hope you've been enjoying some of our newest videos. Today we're going to be discussing a topic that a lot of you have questions about when ordering your trikes. That question is, what are my options for puncture protection? Maybe you've asked that question, maybe you haven't even thought about it. If you haven't, you should. It's really disappointing when you set out on a 30-mile ride only to end up with a flat 5 miles in. It's always a good thing to be prepared with a few spare tubes, obviously, but now you're on the side of the road with your trike flipped sideways, and the mosquitoes are biting, and what if you forgot your multi-tool and now you broke a tire lever? It can be frustrating, and we would rather just avoid having to change a tube in the first place. I'll go over the options that we offer here at Utah Trikes, starting with your tires. Most Sunseeker trikes usually come stock with Kenda tires. Cat Trike, Ice, HP, and AZUB trikes usually come with a Schwalbe tire like the Marathon Racer or Road Cruiser. Both Kenda and Schwalbe tires are good quality tires that have decent puncture protection, but not as much as most riders would like. The upgraded tire we sell most often is the Schwalbe Marathon Plus. It's rated as a 7 on Schwalbe's website, making it the best they have to offer in terms of puncture protection. The Plus tires use what Schwalbe calls a Smart Guard, a built-in strip of highly elastic rubber that's about 5 millimeters thick. It protects the entire tread area, keeping your tube safe from sharp objects that get lodged in the tread, thorns, glass, and other sharp objects that you might not see coming. Aside from tires, what are some of your other options? A few of the easiest upgrades include Thorn-resistant tubes or Flat Attack. Thorn-resistant tubes are made of rubber that's a little bit thicker in the tread area, but tapers off on the sides to keep weight down. Because they taper off on the side, your sidewall is a bit unprotected, so there's still a chance that you get a flat. It is important to note that these tubes are thorn-resistant, not thorn-proof. You're looking at about $60 for a set of tubes. Another easy option is Flat Attack service, which will cost around $30. Flat Attack has been around since the 80s. It's a liquid sealant that creates a coating around the inside of the tube and will seal holes up to an 1/8 inch thick in diameter. Flat Attack never dries out, it's environmentally friendly, and it's made in the USA. If you get a sizable hole in your tube, larger than an 1/8 of an inch, Flat Attack won't seal it, but it doesn't leave any sort of oily residue, so you can patch that same tube and keep riding. Those are some of the quickest and easiest options. Mr. Tuffy tire liners take a little bit more time to install, but on their website they claim to be more lightweight than both thorn-resistant tubes and Flat Attack. For those of you looking to keep the weight of your trike down, this might be the way to go, although the weight difference isn't significant. Tire liners are installed between the tube and the tire, adding an extra layer of protection where the tire is most likely to be punctured. We have installed a lot of Mr. Tuffy tire liners, and so far I don't recall any of our customers being disappointed in their performance. I did, however, go read the Amazon reviews of Mr. Tuffy's, and while the reviews are overwhelmingly positive, there were a few customers, maybe 3, who complained that the liners didn't provide enough coverage on, you guessed it, the sidewall. I know what many of you are thinking. No one on a trike is riding on the sidewall, unless you're one of our mechanics that enjoys two-wheeling on a trike. The sidewall isn't usually where we see punctures on trikes, that's true, but that doesn't mean it never happens. If these previous options don't seem like they're going to cut it and you want something that's virtually impenetrable, you need to consider Tannis tire armor or their Airless tires. We started carrying Tannis products only a short while ago, but our customers have loved having the armor inserts as an option. These inserts are similar to the Mr. Tuffy liners. They're installed in between the tube and the tire, creating a protective layer. The Tannis liners add an additional 13 to 15 millimeters of protection, as well as a few extra millimeters of protection for the sidewall. Yes, you're going to be less likely to get punctures on the sidewall with the Tannis inserts. One thing to note, about the Tannis Inserts, you'll need to run a smaller tube. For example, if your ice trike has 20 by 1.75 inch tires, typically we would install a Schwalbe SB7 that works for 1.5 to 2.5 inch wide tires. If we're going to install the Tannis Inserts on those 1.75 inch tires, we'll follow Tannis's size chart and install a tube that's 1 to 1.5 inches. If you want to know what size tube Tannis recommends for your specific application, we've added a link to their sizing chart in the description below. Depending on the size, the tire inserts run anywhere from $39.99 to $59.99 a piece. That's each, for each insert. All of these options we've mentioned are going to keep you better protected out on the road and hopefully help you avoid flats and the hassle of replacing a tube. It's important to remember though, none of these options are 100% flat proof. The only thing you can do to guarantee no flats at all, ever, are Tannis Airless tires. The Airless tire is a solid, no-tube tire made out of a lightweight, patented, multi-cell foam that's truly 100% puncture-proof. Because there's no air. There's literally no tube that can be punctured. Now, Tannis claims that these ride just like normal bike tires. We haven't installed very many of them, but our customers seem to enjoy them. The Airless tires are one of the more expensive options, costing between $60 and $80 per tire, but they are guaranteed to last 5,000 miles. One of the cons to the Airless tires is that the ride can be a little bit more bumpy than the standard tube and tire combo. It's a solid tire after all, and there's no way to lower air pressure in the tube to add some extra cushion. Ultimately, you have to decide what's more important to you. A comfy ride, or never having to change a tube ever again for as long as you ride. The choice is yours, my friends. Choose wisely. I hope this video has been educational for you all. Now you know a few options when it comes to puncture protection. If we missed something, or if you have any specific questions that weren't addressed in the video, drop us a comment. As always, thank you for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you had a good time. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay caught up on our newest content. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. That was two. That was a 2 for Nate. I did 2 in the same night. And it's Christmas. Dun dun dun. What's going on with my hair over here? Look at those finger guns. Pow pow. Oh, my back. And who wants to waste good riding time changing a tube? Forget about it. If we missed something, or you have any specific options. What's up with my hair? It's fine. Pick the Airless tires. That's all I'm saying.
Tell me when.
Okay, go.